Hello and welcome back to Sack to the Future week number 12. Today, the Denver Broncos of 1962 will take on the Green Bay Packers, the real life 1962 champions. And according to the Madden ratings that we have set for these teams, I am supposed to be a 20-point underdog as the Broncos team overall rating is showing at 73 and the Packers are a 93. So this should be amazing. Broncos coming off of a drubbing to the Lions where they lost 42-7. That was last week. So from a 42-7 loss to the Lions, they now play an even better team in the Packers. So this has a chance to be a disaster. But there's the old saying that you don't play the game on paper. So let's see if the Broncos can pull off a 20-point upset and take out the team that has won 8 consecutive games here in Sack to the Future. It is going to be hard, but it is possible. It's snowing here in Green Bay. Bart Starr leads his troops out. See Vince Lombardi giving some pep talks. Now the Packers not only have an 8-game winning streak that they want to expand to 9, playing in front of a home crowd, but also the Lions took out the Bears on Thursday Night Football. So coming into this game, the Packers are technically, at the moment, the number 1 seed in the NFC. And what they have to do to keep that is win this game. So plenty of motivation on the Packers side. But the Broncos have motivation as well. After getting destroyed last week, they have now fallen out of the playoff race by a game between many teams. There you see Trapuka at 67%, 15 touchdowns, 20 interceptions. He needs to be almost perfect today to beat this Packer team. But I was going to say the Broncos have now fallen out of the playoffs. And with a lot of teams in the AFC at 7-3, they really need this win. Can't afford to lose yet another game. And there you see Lionel Taylor slips in the snow, trying to make a cut, and Trabuka fires it where he thought the receiver would be. Here's the line: Sturm, Adamson, Barton, McCullough, and Dane Hauer. Gene Mingo and Donnie Stone are running backs. Lionel Taylor and Bob Scarpato are the wide receivers, and Probola, the big tight end. Plenty of guys pictured there are going to have great games. The snow caused a problem on the first play, as Trapuka actually threw the ball exactly where you'd want him to throw it on that play, but Lionel Taylor slipped on the cut. There you see Mingo with one of his best runs in about a month, as he picks up 16 yards. Nice blocking on that play. That is a good sign for the Broncos. If they ever wanted a strong running game, today would be the day. And Scarpetto had the ball and then drops it. Let's take a look at that Packer defense. Jordan in the middle, Ron Kostelik, and Bill Quinlan is back from injury, so that sucks. Ray Nitschke, Bill Forrester, and Dan Curry, the main linebackers. Peter Schenck also pictured there. Grebinger and Willie Wood, the safeties. Adderley and Whittington are the corners. The corner's actually not as good as the Lions' corners, so maybe the receivers can get some separation every once in a while. But overall, this Packer defense still just as terrifying. Did he hold on? Yes. All right, Dickinson holds on. Dickinson, sorry. Bo Dickinson. Third and 4 now. The completion to Perbola, but he's short of the first. Oh, of course. Broncos tried to go hurry up, but Henry Jordan is a big man, throws his lineman away, and stops the running back from getting any yardage. So now the Broncos defense gonna have to come up big, as the Packers have good field position to start this game. Wow. Bart Starr hits his man Ron Kramer, who then throws the Broncos. Here we go. That's a nice pass, nice route. But look at this. Zeman, one of the two best players on the Broncos defense, gets just thrown off. Get off of me, is what Kramer says to him. The Packers are already in field goal range. And there's Jim Taylor. Last week he had 19 carries for 76 yards. On the season he's up to 852 yards with 6 touchdowns. A very solid season for Jim Taylor. Amongst computer-controlled teams, he is top 3 in rushing. But because most humans outside of the Broncos teams are better than the computer running, he's nowhere near any kind of team league leader. Taylor again on the left side this time for 3. Completion out to Paul Horning out in the flat, and Horning enough speed to get the first down. Dang it. Jim Taylor left side, a couple more yardage up to the 4-yard line. Wahoo McDaniel on the stop. Snow continues to fall here in Green Bay. And nice knock away by, who was that? Anyways, tried to hit Kramer over the middle, but luckily it was knocked away. Dang it. But there's wide open. Touchdown. The extra point's right down the middle, and the Packers lead 7-0. And there is Mr. Quinlan back from injury, trying to injure some opponents on that play as he destroys Stone. What? Chapuka, no one accuses him of having a quick delivery, that's for sure. And apparently it takes him a half hour to get rid of a screen pass. There's the button pushed right there, so of course he's got to get the back, but just let it go, man. You don't need to rifle it or anything. Freaking screen pass. This game's almost over already. So what happens if this game stays in favor of Green Bay, which it looks likely to do? 20-point favorites. Well, the Packers will get their 9th straight win, and that'll put them securely through, 12 weeks as the #1 seed in the NFC, I believe. Actually, they'll be tied with the 49ers. I'm not sure who has that tiebreaker. But they will be in first in the division. Definitely a bye. And I believe the #1 seed, maybe the #2 seed behind the 49ers. We'll have to check out those tiebreakers. The Bears with their loss would drop into a wild card spot. But they'll still have a game lead over the Cowboys and Rams, who are playing each other, I believe, next week. So the winner of that game will definitely be right there with the Bears as the #1 wild card. But in the AFC, the Dallas Texans won. That was on the Vinny X Wolf channel last night. You can check that out. But they have won their game, so they're 10-1. The Broncos would fall to 6-5. So any dream scenario of winning the division would be completely out the window, although it already pretty much is. But the other side of it is they would fall to 6-5, while the New York Titans, the San Diego Chargers are both 7-3, and then you have teams like the Jacksonville Jaguars, Houston Oilers, and others at 6-4, or at least the chance to be 6-5 or 7-5, which would put the Broncos in a big pack of teams that are one game out of the playoffs. Now, they are already a game behind the Chargers, but they did beat the Chargers once, and they have one more game to play against the Chargers. So if they can stay one game back, they can hold a playoff spot in their hands, as all they'd have to do is beat the Chargers. But if they lose a game, the Chargers have a potential to go up by 2 games. And then there's nothing the Broncos can do. Even beating the Chargers wouldn't be enough. There's a handoff to Taylor. He gets a few yards. Joyce on the tackle. Somebody's hurt. Taylor again. Oh. McMillan will not be able to return. So that's fantastic. And Bart Starr throws that one away. I believe he thought there was more pressure on him than there actually was, but we will take it. Bart Starr occasionally can be called too conservative. Much different than Frank Trapuku, who throws interceptions left and right. And there's a horrible punt by Paul Horning, because Max McGee is one of the injuries the Packers are still dealing with. So the Broncos actually come away in decent shape, getting to start the ball at the 30-yard line. There's Mingo getting a few yards on the right side, gain of 4. And there's that Forster destroying the running game again. That'll take care of the first quarter. Broncos down by 7. Broncos did not score an offensive point last week against the Detroit Lions. Defensive touchdown was it, as they lost 42-7. Right now, that's 5 straight quarters without a point from their offense. Completion to Probola, but not enough for the first down. And the Packers have now stopped the Broncos on 3 straight drives. Please. Yes. McKeever does a great job of downing it right at the 1-yard line. A great punt. McKeever got off of his block just at the last second. That's close. That is close. Hopefully nobody asked for any kind of review. Taylor, if he would have made a little bit of a move to the left, actually had a big hole on that play. Taylor, a couple carries, gets it out to the 5-yard line. Paul Horning makes one man miss, but luckily the corner's able to make the stick. That's the new corner that they traded. Well, not new anymore, but picked him up from Buffalo earlier. He hasn't played much, but with the injury to McMillan, he's going to have to be great in his first real action. Mingo able to bounce off the first man, but the second wave gets there and takes him down. But the Broncos do get to come out and start at the 41-yard line. And a nice completion to Scarpetto for the first down up to the 9-yard line. Mingo will get himself down to the 6-yard line. Block your guy. Hard to make a play without blocking. They had it set up, believe it or not. But it required Taylor to go ahead and block his guy. And not just run out as if he was going for a deep pass for some reason. But there, Taylor makes up for it by getting a touchdown reception. And then he kicks the air. Broncos have a chance to pull into a tie here if Mingo can make the kick. Shaw with the hold. Mingo's kick is true. And the Broncos have tied the Packers here in the second quarter. And finally, after 5 quarters of no points, they finally put the ball into the end zone. Offensive. So now Bart Starr, the Packers come back onto the field from their own 27-yard line. Ooh. More in motion. Oh, Jim Taylor ran over his man and tried to step over him. Had he done that part cleanly, that might have been a touchdown, but luckily Rowan Holt was able to hold on desperately and make the tackle. Jim Taylor breaking more tackles, but luckily the Broncos are rallying today, playing very well defensively so far. Here's Jim Taylor, more yardage up to the 44. He has 57 yards now. Oh my God. Bart Starr 8 of 10, 84 yards. was all my fault. I was the linebacker that was supposed to take him in coverage, and decided that there's no reason to cover Kramer. Bart Starr, way too intelligent of a quarterback. Did not see that. So the game was only tied for a couple seconds. Now the Packers are back on top. What was that? I have to see the replay to see if Tripucka was hit at all. And that player, why it only went 2 feet. Apparently Taylor dropped that ball. Never really saw it hit the ground. I'm glad that wasn't actually an interception. Packers call the blitz. Nobody on the Broncos. There you see the Broncos left guard runs out to double team a man that was already blocked. And lets Forrester come through untouched. And Tripucka will probably have words with him. They're certainly not the most intelligent offensive line in football. They showed it right there. Jim Taylor, 12 rushes, 57 yards on the day. Oh, man. Why did I go right into a block? I was open into the hole, and then if you get a little bit too close to any blocker, even if he's already blocking someone, it's like you are attracted magnetically or something. Taylor gets the first down. He's up to 73 yards on the ground. That's your 2-minute warning. 14-7 Packers. So, Sack to the Future action we've already had. Brian Phelps has already brought you the Rams and the Cowboys. Vinny X Wolf Channel has presented the bonus game of the week, which was between the Vikings and the Dallas Texans. John M has 2 games to play, both the Oilers and Giants, and we're not sure what days those will be played. A lot of times one of those games is on Friday morning, so we'll hope for that. And then the other one hopefully sometime soon, maybe tonight, but I have not heard anything. That's just Me, hopeful, I guess. The Vinny X Wolf channel will bring you a game tonight. I believe it's the Bills tonight and the Colts tomorrow. Those could be reversed. But there's one more game on the Brian Phelps channel, which I think might not be until Friday or Saturday night. 2 John M games and 2 more Vinny X Wolf games. This is the last game on this channel. So hopefully everybody does have a happy Easter. If I'm not on till then, if we advance, I may be able to be on again on Saturday, but just in case, happy Easter to everyone. Hopefully you enjoy it with your friends and family. Here's Bart Starr finding the hole in the coverage, which is what he does. "15 rushes, 15 passes." Oh. Bart Starr able to move away from the sack and get rid of the ball. His completion down to the 1-yard line. Luckily, Zeman was there. I had a guy to cover, and he slipped in the snow. So I was able to come up a little bit quicker than normal and make the stop right at the 1. And Jim Taylor, unable to escape that, goes down to the 3-yard line. 4th and goal coming up. Paul Horning will come out to try to extend the lead to 10 points before the half. And Horning's field goal is good, and we're at halftime. Packers leading 17-7. Okay, Packers get a field goal to end the first half, and now they get the ball to start the second half. And it's almost returned for a touchdown. Luckily, the last man that could get Pitts did get him. Nice play by Joyce. Taylor, 17 carries, 70 yards. And now a nice play made on the other side. So Taylor, 2 carries, -2 yards. So the Broncos maybe change some things up. Whoops. And hopefully covering a little tighter. I mean, they are playing the run better. Hopefully they are also going to play the pass better here in the second half. Nope. And that's just a smart play of attacking the corner that's not usually out there. They waited to do it, but when they needed it on 3rd and 12, Bart Starr basically knew he had that in his back pocket. Goes to Dowler for the relatively easy first down. Now, luckily, Minter did do the shoelace tackle. There's completion to Barnes downfield. Bart Starr is at 80%, 228 yards and a couple touchdowns. And between Jim Taylor running the ball and Bart Starr being at 80%. Game couldn't be much harder. We've seen this before because the Packers have played the Bears twice. They've also been on the VideoX Wolf channel as the bonus game for most weeks. So we've seen that the Packers don't even do it flashy. It's not big plays. It's not even suffocating defensive coverage. It's just completely machine-like in all areas. Bart Starr, great completion percentage. Taylor just keeps coming. 3 yards here, 4 yards there, 3 yards there. Next thing you know, he's approaching 100. And all that means is that they wear opponents down. And there you go. Bart Starr finds the little crease, throws another touchdown pass, and again, nothing flashy, no 90-yard touchdown. No, I don't even think the Packers have forced a turnover. So it's different from the Lions, who would get big plays on offense and force a bunch of turnovers on defense. It's just a wear you down game, but very effective because it's 24/7. And they don't do anything complicated. So it's just nice, easy, for the most part, short passes, but very highly accurate passes. And then a running game that only gets a couple yards here and there, but they never go backwards. To the point they never seem to allow a sack. He rarely throws incompletions. Taylor usually gets at least back to the line. And next thing you know, you haven't had the ball for an hour. You're down 24-7. Total yards, Packers 309, Broncos 63. Goes off to the left side, gets 2 yards. What? Interesting. It looked as though Tripucka was throwing a jump ball. But Frazier just stood there, pushed the aggressive catch button, and he just stood there. Maybe take a closer look. Maybe that was just too high for Frazier to even attempt to go for it. I don't know exactly, but there's Tripucka throwing an interception, and now it's going to end up being a blowout because now the Packers are forcing turnovers. Tripucka forced that pass, just knowing they could not punt again. Packers have been unstoppable on offense. But now, by giving them a short field, that's going to be impossible to stop them from getting points here. So it actually, what Tripucka was thinking, having to force that pass to keep the ball and hopefully get some sort of points, it's actually going to backfire. Get off of him, gosh. Now the Packers offensive line is the greatest offensive line in football. So they seem like the greatest line of all time in this game. But they are the best. I'm supposed to play, and the Broncos have never been great at getting to the quarterback, so not surprising, but it is frustrating when Bart Starr sits back there for 6 seconds, and I just can't. Every button I push, bull, spin, swim, power, square, and X when it tells me to, nothing works. The guy just sits there and holds them all day long. Bart Starr, 21 of 25, 251 yards, 3 touchdowns. Dang it! Just can't turn right in the snow. That was my guy to cover, and I actually knew exactly what he was doing. And when I just turned, it was, I don't know, I didn't see my guy actually slip, but it was just such a slow turn. It has to have something to do with the snow. It's a disadvantage when the field is like this. The offensive guy knows where he's going. The defensive guy has to react. Stupid. It's just frustrating when you see that he's probably going to cut back. So you start pushing the button, but the guy is just not good enough, or at least not good enough in the snow, to get where he's supposed to get. Scrambles for a gain of 6. Luckily, Taylor did not slip on the cut that time. Scarpetto on the other side comes through with a reception. Less than 3 minutes to go now. Get off of the lineman. Jeez. Cutback was there, saw it, tried to do it, and get glued to your lineman. How far away are we from Terrell Davis? Answer, way too long. There's a nice throw by Trapukidis to net. Scarpetto. Stone getting a few yards. Trapuka will scramble and get hurt. Ugh. Dan Curry does the honors. Guess that's always the fear when you scramble here with your quarterback. So in comes old man George Shaw. Mingo breaks a tackle, but cannot quite get into the end zone. Unbelievable. Well, I had to force that one. Obviously, fourth down, it didn't really matter if it was incomplete or interception. Was hoping for a miracle. Of course, no miracles today. I couldn't even get the ball in from the 1 yard line. So that pretty much does it. Packers are going to destroy the Broncos. Broncos lost 42-7 last week. They're down 31-7 this week. Apparently, the only team they can beat in this division is the Bears. Which is probably what's going to cost the Bears the division. Unfortunate part of controlling multiple teams, I guess, is that you might have to play each other and have no control over which team wins that one. Now it's just going to be open season on Shaw. Packers know that he has to throw. Stone fumbles the football, but luckily the Broncos pick it up. And then Shaw throws it nowhere near anyone except for the Packers. And that's an interception. Now, to be fair, I guess he was under a whole lot of pressure, so that'll make you do crazy throws. Taylor up to 78 yards now. Star kind of lofts that one up there, and the Goose is able to get an interception. Surprising risk taken by Bart Starr there. Usually not the kind of plays that he does. Unbelievable. The guy that was open just fell down. So Shaw has to eat it and take the sack. Shaw finds Scarpetto on that one. That's incomplete. Not sure how verticals helps from here. Scarpetto holds on for the touchdown. Got to be joking. Wide receiver cannot catch the linebacker, and that's a touchdown. All right, 2-point conversion turnaround. There's some good news. The Broncos cover the onside kick. Not sure exactly where Shaw was throwing on that play. Wow, what was my receiver doing? No reason to go for the ball. Or it was just severely underthrown. Either way, they waste the recovery of the onside kick. As the quarterback and the receiver were off by about 8 yards. I'm not really sure whose fault it was. According to what I thought was going to happen. I think it was a little bit of both, maybe a little bit underthrown, but the receiver just went way too far, or at least farther than I thought he was going to go. Broncos assistant coaches going up and down the sidelines. Trapuka's definitely not able to come back. Possibly seeing if maybe there's a Peyton Manning hiding over there. Plenty of years away from that, though.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
So they call unnecessary roughness, which
Automatic first down.
is great and all, a little too late, but. What? Mingo gets the ball, turns around, takes a couple steps, then just drops it. But at least the refs are nice enough to call it incomplete and not a fumble. Incomplete, really? And Shaw throws it to nobody in particular. Again, off by about 5 yards of his receiver. I guess the only thing you can say is Shaw's a backup for a reason. And the backups don't really play with the starters often, so that's why every other throw is nowhere near where the receiver is running his pattern. Well, I said at the beginning, according to the ratings, the Packers come in as a 20-point favorite, 93-73 in team overall ratings. And here you go, Packers lead by 20. So in this game, even though it's a terrible outcome, the ratings actually were dead on. The Packers are just a 20-point better team than the Broncos. I'd love to say that my rating system is perfection like this all the time, but of course we've seen semi-pro teams that are supposed to get beat by 17 win or almost win. And then we've seen other times, such as we've seen the humans beat teams that they weren't supposed to beat as well. So, again, that's why you play the game. It's not always just whoever's rated better wins, but in this case, it was exactly what the ratings said would happen. They didn't say Trapuka would get hurt, but they did say the Packers would win by 20. That's exactly what happened. Broncos forced some throws, ended up turning the ball over in the second half, but that wasn't really quote-unquote bad plays, a couple bad passes, but you just had to force things. Packers just kept scoring for 3 quarters and then took the 4th quarter off. Cruised to a 20-point win. There's one of the good throws when Trapuka hit Taylor. But that is 3 consecutive losses now on this channel. Broncos lost to the Lions, Bears lost to the Lions, now the Broncos lose to the Packers. The good news is there is no more games, at least until the postseason, against either the Packers or the Lions, so maybe the losing streak will come to an end next week. Week 12 was rough. Played basically 2 of the 3 best rated computer teams. There you see in yardage, the Packers were better at everything. Every statistic the Packers won on, including score. That'll do it. Definitely check out the other channels, especially the Vinny X Wolf and John M channels, as they have 2 more games to bring you. Tears89 is the other channel. He also has 1 more game to bring you. I'm sure that you don't mind not seeing the game here for a while, as I have been pathetic lately, but it's been hard competition, so hopefully it's not too big of a deal. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.